Game time.
Welcome to day one of painting the van. Very serious shaking is happening.
Peel it off, though. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. It might be worth paying somebody $4 to $7 grand.
It's a big job.
This DIY paint job was so much work, but be sure to stay till the end because the results are F&A.
Right now, we are in the process of removing all the paneling. We've got to get the whole van prepped and ready for taping and tarping and all that kind of stuff. We went this morning and picked out our paint color.
Brought it outside just so we could get the real idea of what the color looks like, and I think I like it.
That's a big decision, Frank.
Big decision. The color's changing on that van no matter what.
It feels stressful to pick a color from a tiny little swatch that's gonna go on a giant van, so hopefully we made a good choice.
In the process of taking everything off of the van, because painting is about prepping. Prep really good, your paint job will come out great.
We're so lucky to have our friends Brian and Wesley, who we met at Van Fest, have this beautiful shop here in Long Beach. So they've given us so much space to work with, the tools, the expertise. Let's show you their van and how we hope ours is gonna turn out.
I was signing on the city lights. All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live.
What I did decide is that I don't want to take off the trim all along the side because it's like glued on, and also like the panels are weird, like slid in. So we're gonna tape them off really well. That's gonna be Alex's job.
Yay.
We're taking all the rubbers off the door so that way we can get a real clean look inside here. Open up the doors, it looks like the whole van has been painted this specific color. I just got off the phone with our friends Forrest and Alex, and they actually sprayed all their plastic, but you need the proper stuff, the proper primer to get it to hold with the Raptor liner on the plastic, which luckily we have. Now I don't have to take off all the panels, and it saves us a ton of time.
I've moved on to starting to clean. The whole van don't want to spray paint over dirt. So all the little nooks and crannies need to get a good scrub. The other thing that we've been doing is marking all of the bits, putting the screws in little bags, and making sure that everything kind of stays together, because we don't want to end up where we're trying to put the van back together and we don't have the right bits in the right part. We did get a car wash before we came here, so that took care of most of the stuff, but there's always the nooks and crannies that you really gotta get into.
Now it's a matter of getting everything closed back up, and then we're gonna buff everything with the sander, get it nice and just rigid, so that way when we go to spray tomorrow, everything sticks.
Before we move into phase 2, there is one more important thing we have to do to the outside of the van. We gotta remove all of the decals.
Hitting it with a little bit of heat, and then getting this little guy behind there, we'll just pull it right off.
And then we gotta take all of this off. Yep. We gotta pop these guys. Goodbye, Ram. At this point, I kind of just feel like we're destroying the car.
Yeah, that's definitely how it feels.
Yeah. Oh, man. What a booch.
Let it sit.
This is the last one that we had to do. We're moving on to the next step.
Game time.
Phase 2 involves sanding everywhere that we want to get painted. We are sanding.
We're basically buffing it until there is just like a little scratch marks on it, pretty much, so that way when we put the paint on it, it sticks.
It still feels like we're just destroying the van at this point.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anything in the world, but I can never be you, because I stand tall like I'm on my tiptoes, baby. You think a little too small. I got big goals, baby. Hey, where the money at? Look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk daily. And I'm the type of that might change my number on you. Yeah, that's how you react when people took a slumber on you. Pretty brown skin, baby. I can see the summer on you. You see all the bread, and I know it make you wonder, don't you, don't you, don't you? Ooh, I ain't surprised at all. See,
Day 2, we are still prepping. The van is in a really good place. We're super excited to finally have some color on her. Woo-hoo! If you guys remember Lolo, we had that huge piece of artwork on the side.
And we missed being different.
Kind of weird to roll up into a campsite and be like one of 20 white pro masters. We want to differentiate ourselves just like we did with the artwork on Lolo. It's a little bit different this time because we're painting the whole van and not just a mural, but we're super excited to see some color. Right now, the van looks like it's been through the war. We bonded some parts down to the bare metal. We scuffed up even the plastic. So that looks like trash. The hood got some Bondo. Oh, that feels good. Of course, we're missing our lights. So the paint is rough so that the new paint can really grip onto it. We're gonna have to give it another clean, make sure there's no more dust particles. We did clean it last night, so that's a start. What do you think?
Still, it gets a little white.
Yeah, so we've got a ton of taping to do, ton of cleaning, and then hopefully by this afternoon, we're painting. One thing I would super recommend is doing the painting before you have a whole house in here. Right now, what I'm gonna do while Frank is painting the outside is take a ton of stuff and try to hide it away. Brian and Wesley have moving blankets and stuff like that, and we're gonna tape off the whole inside, but just in case it leaks through, I don't want everything covered in paint.
Let's talk about taping. Right now, Alex is taping the lights. So we want to tape off anything that we don't want getting hit by this spray. Our whole entire roof rack, we don't want getting hit. I'm gonna try to make like a nice line all the way down the side, and then I'll add this paper to it, and then we're gonna put some moving blankets down and tape the paper to the moving blankets. The reason why we're not taking everything off of the roof rack is because we're gonna leave the roof white. The reason why you wanna leave the roof white is because it helps with heat in the summertime. White reflects, where this green color will definitely absorb some of that heat. We're gonna try to keep it as white as possible on the roof.
We have been taping since first thing this morning and we are not done yet. This is taking a really long time. We just keep on taping.
We'll be happy that we taped and prepped it up the proper way, because if we don't do this now, we're gonna regret it later.
Hours spent in prep leave hours of regret. Put that in your notebook. I kicked that thing twice now. We're not done yet. Somebody's angry about something. Very serious shaking is happening. We're all tackling this one side of the van so that we can get it done, so we can start spraying this side. Then we're gonna have to flip the whole thing around to spray the other side so that the lighting is good. Paco, are you excited? Yes or no? No. Okay, it says that's a big no. This is all taped off.
So you've never seen anything more satisfying when you peel it off, though. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to explain what you're doing?
We're making a van camo.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we're gonna just call it white and gray.
No.
Yeah, the sun's going down. There's ciders to drink.
What he's actually doing is priming it. There's a couple spots where we went right to the metal with the sanding, so you have to prime it real quick first. And if this van ends up camo, I'm gonna be pissed. Decided that we're gonna wait until tomorrow to actually spray everything. We're gonna do the first color change coat with the roller, the whole van, just the green, and then tomorrow we're gonna hit it with the sander. Brian doesn't like the light, which I totally get.
How you feel, babe?
I've been taping for my entire life.
While we work, Paco just sleeps. I don't get it. I wish I had his life sometimes, but I'm human. I can't do that. How you feel, babe? Are you upset too that Paco is sleeping on the
I'm
truck?
not mad at him.
Who are you mad at? Why are you mad at? Why are you mad at them on the vlog?
You.
Why are you mad at me?
I just want to be done.
That doesn't mean you need to be mad at me. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just hitting the van until it's nice and smooth, because if you go and you spray it while it's like this, you're gonna notice a big texture difference throughout the whole van. So we wanna make the texture the same, and then we'll be able to spray it, and hopefully everything will come out nice and smooth.
Mama loves you. Want to?
Yep, blow it down, and then we'll do a wet towel.
Wet towel, just to wipe off all
Just to
the
get the
dust.
dust. But the thing is, this dust is itself.
Oh, okay.
So spraying over it is just,
matter.
yeah, it's just gluing itself. It's not like
Okay.
it's fiberglass
Cool.
or something.
You take the A and you pour in the B
Do this.
for 2 minutes. Your hair is nut bars today.
I know.
It's like flock of seagulls. Ooh.
It looks magical.
Official line guy.
I love it. Cable wrangler?
Yeah.
Serious job. I'm basically gonna work from
Corner
here
up.
that way.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay on one plane.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up and over the door,
Yep.
but I'm gonna basically stay underneath the window,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do the midsection, and then the top section I'm gonna have to do on the ladder.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
get it along. Phil shake shoot.
Now we're doing the powder coat. He's got the PSI up to 100 and just doing like a light little swoosh.
Hey, we got most of it done. We still need another kit. Brian has to run out. He has something he has to do. Hopefully we can get everything set up for the next step, but we still have to do this whole driver's side of the van and hit everything with a dust, like a little dusting. The problem with doing the dusting right now is the gun doesn't seem to want to do it properly. It's not an F&A vlog if there's not a little bit of what's gonna happen next.
We're taking the tape off of anywhere that got sprayed with the gun, because if you leave the tape on too long, you'll end up with the tape there forever. I have to retape and get everything ready for the black, so I don't want to take off everything because we've already taped this van like 3 times. I'm so over taping. It looks really nice. I think Frank did a pretty good job, all things considered. Definitely not as smooth as Brian's
What are the
work.
things-
But
Hey. What are the things that are considered? You said all things considered. What does that mean?
it's your first time.
It is my first.
Look, it's his first time so much he sprayed himself in the face with the gun.
As I was putting on the bottle, I had my finger on the trigger. You never do that. See? If it was a loaded gun, I would have shot myself right in the side of the neck.
So now we're getting ready for when Brian gets back from his appointment so that hopefully we can spray the black line on the bottom. But that means a whole bunch more taping because we want to protect the green that we just sprayed. We gotta make the line. It's just, you know, it's a big project.
The green is now finished.
Is it?
Yeah, the green's finished other than
You
the
did
dusting.
the inside of the door?
Yeah. Do you want to look at the green inside the door?
Oh, the green is done,
Yeah.
but the taping is not.
No, that's what I was about to tell. We're about to do the taping.
You got me excited.
This is our line where the black is going to go underneath. This is how you want to tape your doors. Everything completely sealed up as much as humanly possible. And then voila, we'll hit it with black. But we only have 6 bottles of black, so we really gotta be smart about how we use it.
But it's super windy tonight, so we might not be able to spray this until tomorrow. And
Yeah.
you did get your beard.
I did,
your
I
whole
know.
beard is green here.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It kinda
New look?
looks
You think I
sandy.
should dye it?
Welcome to the final day of painting. But first, we have more taping to do. Yellow tape is not as strong as the green tape. So now we're going over all of our line with the green to make sure that it's nice and stuck to the van, so no black kind of like creeps up into the green.
It's a rough one. I'm ready to be done, let's just put it that way. It's a really cool experience, and like now knowing that we could do it is great. But I don't know, man, it might be worth paying somebody $4 to $7 grand.
4?
Yeah.
If you're wondering about costs, right now we're in about $1,000 in paint, $400 in tape and other random supplies, and then Brian actually is helping us majorly because he's got the air compressor, he's got all these random things, he's got the extra rolls of tape when we roll out, so roll out. So this is definitely very helpful. What do you think, guys? Is it straight? Oh, it looks pretty straight.
Trying to hit it with this adhesive. This is supposed to make it stick onto that plastic. So we gotta lay it on nicely, and then 10 minutes later, it'll be ready to spray. Brian's getting himself set up and ready to go. We appreciate you, Brian, for doing this, because if I did it, it would be a disaster.
Every manager named Linda wants the volume that your hair has naturally.
Listen, Linda, I can tell you how to do it. It's called being born with it.
A day Raptor linering is like top 5 days of life.
Wow.
You know, it's live to squirt,
Ew.
live to shoot.
Oh my God, what?
Just a little breakfast. Yo, Paco, what do you think about the van, man? You think it looks good? Is it coming out all right? Yeah? Is that the good shit? Oh, look at that clean green machine.
The van is looking so good, but now we have to put all the little pieces back in that we took out. We have this whole pile of stuff over here that needs to get back into the van. Once we do that, we'll give you the final reveal on Olive's olive paint coat.
We absolutely love how effing awesome this paint job turned out. We're definitely turning eyes while we drive down the street. And now it's time to head to a meetup where we can show off our new colors. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.